Good morning. Today for math, we will be counting by fives. This type of math is called skip counting. So there are going to be numbers in the middle, but we're going to skip those. We're only going to be thinking about the ones that are multiples of 5. So let's practice some skip counting. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. Let's do that again together. Get your pointer finger ready. Start on the number 5. Nice and loud. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. So when we are skip counting by fives, we're looking for numbers that end with 5 or 0. And that's a good way for us to remember that we're counting by fives. Like I said before, when we skip count by fives, we're only thinking about the numbers that end in 5 or 0. The other numbers don't go away. We're just not thinking about them. So let's skip count by fives. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. So the numbers that we circled that end in 5 and 0 are the same as the numbers that we see here in our count by fives chart. Numbers that end in 5 and 0 are the only numbers we think about when we are skip counting. All the other numbers are still there. We're just not thinking about them. We're only thinking about numbers that end in 5 and 0. Okay, let's count by fives together. So I have 5, and you can use whichever chart you want to. You can use the count by fives chart, or you can use the hundreds chart. For this one, I'm going to use the count by fives chart. So I have 5, and then my next number is missing. The next number on my chart is 10. 5, 10. I'm going to cross off 5. I'm going to cross off 10. And then we have 15, 20. My next missing number is 25. 30. And the next number I need is 35. After 35 is 40. And then we have 45. And we are missing 50. And I'm going to check my math. I'm going to make sure that all my numbers end with 5 or 0. 5, 10 ends with 0. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Now, if I wanted to use my hundreds chart and challenge myself a little bit, I would only think about the numbers here in yellow that end in 5 or 0. So I'm going to take my pen and I'm going to go to the first number, highlight it, that ends with 5. It's number 5. I'm going to circle it because I'm missing number 5. I'm missing my next number, and I know that it needs to end with 0. So I'm going to go over to my hundreds chart, and then I'm going to skip all the way to the next number that ends with 0, and it is 10. I am missing the number 10. And then I'm going to go over to my next number, which is 15. And then 20. Oops, my pen went away. And then 20. And then I'm missing a number after 20, but I need to remember that the number has to end in 5. So my next number that ends in 5 is 25. And I have 30 and 35. And then I'm going to skip all the way over to the next number that ends in 0 because I am missing the number after 35. And I have 40. And I have 45. And then I'm going to skip all the way to my next number, which is 50. And then I'm going to check my math. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Let's do it one more time. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. All of my numbers end with 5 or 0, so I know that I counted by 5s. Okay, for our last one, I'm going to go back to using this chart. I'm going to look at my numbers. So 5, is here. I'm going to cross it out here. We have 10. That means the next number that I'm missing is 15. I'm missing another number. I'm going to go to the next number on my chart. It is 20. And I'm missing another number. After 20 is 25. And we have 30. And then after 30 comes 35. And we're missing the number after 35, and that is 40. We're also missing the number after 40, and that is 45. And after 45 is 50. And we're going to check our math. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Okay, friends. Thank you for joining us, and we counted by fives using a count by fives chart and a 100s chart. You can use whichever one you want. Remember, when we use the count by fives chart, we're just looking at skip counting by fives. When we use the 100s chart, we can see all of our numbers, but we're focusing on the numbers that end with 5 or 0.